An Anthropic engineer just casually dropped one of the most important developer tool updates of the year and barely anyone noticed. Boris Cherny, who builds Claude Code, posted a 20-second demo that changes everything about how we interact with AI coding agents. You type/voice into your terminal and suddenly you're coding by talking. No keyboard. No typing. Just speak, and Claude edits your files. This isn't a gimmick. This is the beginning of the voice-first developer workflow, and after watching the full demo, I'm convinced this is where all coding agents are headed. Here's the thing about coding agents that nobody talks about. We've made the AI incredibly smart. Claude, GPT, Gemini, they can all write production code. But the interface? It's still stuck in 2023. You open a terminal, you type your prompt, you wait, you review, you type again. It's a text in, text out loop. And if you're like most developers, your bottleneck isn't the AI's intelligence, it's how fast you can articulate what you want. Think about it. How many times have you stared at your terminal trying to phrase a complex refactoring task? Or spent 30 seconds typing out a prompt you could have said in 5? The keyboard is the bottleneck, not the model. Let me show you exactly what Boris Cherny posted. This is the real demo. Watch carefully. It starts with the Claude Code CLI, that familiar terminal interface. The user types/voice, and look, the autocomplete shows it right there, toggle voice dictation mode. They hit enter. Now the interface shifts. You see listening with a green indicator, the microphone is hot. The user speaks, refactor the authentication middleware. Watch, the transcription appears in real time as purple text. When they're done speaking, the transcribed text drops straight into the prompt line, exactly as if they'd typed it. And then Claude fires. It responds, I'll refactor the auth middleware and extract the validation logic. Then immediately, it starts editing. You see the edit tool activate on src/middleware/auth.ts. From voice command to file edit in seconds. No typing. No copy-paste. Just speak and ship. So what's actually happening under the hood? When you activate /voice, Claude Code opens an audio stream using your system microphone. It's running speech-to-text, likely powered by Anthropic's own audio pipeline or a Whisper class model that transcribes in real time. The key insight is that the transcribed text isn't treated differently from typed text. It goes straight into the same prompt pipeline. That means everything Claude Code can do with a typed prompt, file edits, running commands, git operations, spawning subagents, it can now do with your voice. The voice is just a new input method, but the entire power of Claude Code sits behind it. This might seem small, but let me tell you why this is a massive deal. First, speed. You speak roughly 150 words per minute. Most developers typed 60 to 80. That's a 2x speed improvement on prompt input alone. Second, ergonomics. Developers spend 8 to 12 hours a day typing. RSI, carpal tunnel, wrist pain, these are real occupational hazards. Voice input eliminates the physical strain of prompt engineering entirely. Third, accessibility. Developers with motor disabilities, visual impairments, or temporary injuries now have a first-class path to using the most powerful coding agent on the market. That's not a feature, that's removing a barrier. Fourth, multitasking. You can speak to Claude while reading documentation, reviewing code in another window, or even walking around your office. Your hands are free. Your mind stays focused. Let's be real about where this sits. GitHub Copilot has had voice features through VS Code's built-in dictation. Cursor has voice input. But those are IDE bound, you need to be inside a specific editor. Claude Code is a terminal tool. It works everywhere: SSH sessions, remote servers, inside TMUX, on any machine with a mic and a terminal. That universality is the killer advantage. And Boris Cherny's tweet hints at something bigger. He said he's been writing much of his CLI code this last week using voice. This isn't a proof of concept. This is an engineer who builds the tool actually using voice as his primary input method. When the creator ships their own product using voice, that's the signal. Here's the trajectory that nobody's connecting. 2024, we got AI coding assistants. 2025, we got autonomous coding agents. 2026, we're getting voice-controlled coding agents. The abstraction layer keeps rising. First we stopped writing boilerplate. Then we stopped managing file edits. Now we're stopping typing altogether. The developer of 2027 will pair program with an AI by talking to it like a senior engineer directing a junior. Fix the auth bug, add tests, open a PR. Done. That's not science fiction anymore. That's what this 20-second demo shows is already possible. That's Claude Code /voice speak, and your terminal obeys. Link to Boris Cherny's original post is in the description. If you're not using Claude Code yet, now's the time to start. Drop a comment, would you actually code by talking? Subscribe if you want to catch every AI developer tool drop, we cover them daily. See you in the next one.